This is The Republic by Plato, and it's on Book 1. So, we begin with the question, what is justice? And there's a guy's name is Cephalus, and he is a close model of a just individual. Why? Well, for one main reason, and that is he acquired his wealth, his fortune, through the sweat of his brow. He worked hard for his money. And yet, he has a really detached and laid back attitude about it. And it's unusual because most people who acquire money through hard work are obsessed with it. So that's why he's close to justice. Why is he not quite there yet? Because he talks about how hope nurtures his soul and gives him hope, basically, gives him hope, if that's something you can say. It gives him hope for perhaps an afterlife. Maybe he's not just being just for its own sake, but for some reward in the future. So that's why he's not quite there yet. So then, our first argument from Polemarchus, and he tells Socrates, justice is the act of doing good to friends and doing evil to enemies. And this is a pretty good argument, but it's not that good. It's if everyone did good and evil first of all, let's take an inventory. Everyone pretty much has at least one friend and one enemy, and everyone is at least a friend and enemy to someone else. So if we all did good to our friends and we all did evil to our enemies, we'd all have some kind of mixture of good and evil done to us. And that would just spread more evil into the world. So the second argument against this, doing good to friends, evil to enemies, is that by doing evil to anyone, we cripple our justice capacity. That's what it does. So we don't want to do evil to anyone. That argument, we'll throw that one out. And then Thrasymachus, or Thrasymachus, however you want to pronounce it, really angry dude, just gets up and says, Socrates, Polemarchus, you are wrong. Justice is nothing more than the interest of the stronger. And Socrates is just completely freaked out, like, okay, dude, yeah, I gotcha. They're terrified because he's just so. Thrasymachus is so angry, and his name just gives that off. I like it. So then they go and examine that argument. And through the clever examination of Socrates, we find out again justice is not the interest of the stronger. Why? Think about this. A government must serve the best interests of its people. If the people under the rule are weakened and crippled, first of all, the people might get pissed off and overthrow the government eventually. That's not good for the government. That's not in their interest. And basically, if the people are weak, the country is going to be weak. The system is going to be weak. You don't want that. You want to strengthen all of the people under your rule in a just government. So that argument goes down the drain. And plus, who wants to why are people in government paid money? It's because who wants to volunteer to take on evils, to reform evils that aren't your responsibility? That's another reason why justice is not in the interest of the stronger. So, sorry, Thrasymachus. Now, there's one point that I want to bring up, and it's Socrates. He says that injury always leads to injustice. And this is my argument, that's not always true. For the most part, it is. But look at the civil rights movement. The injustice done to black people in America ended up getting them a little bit closer to justice. Obviously, it's still not fully there, but closer. Closer. And that was from an it was from an injury, and that led to greater justice. Same with Gandhi and getting independence from the British for India. That led to greater justice in the long run for the Indian people, and it came from an injury. So it's not always black and white. Now, I want to leave you with this question: justice. What the heck is it?